Hi everybody, Chris Kelly here again. I was thinking I was going to pretty much stop adding things to my 2021 Can-Am Spyder RT Limited, but got intrigued by the handlebar risers, so I bought those and we're going to install those today. So here's how it comes. Box, I've already put a slit on it since I'm going to be one-handed here, and got the bolts, packing material. There should be some extra spacers, and then there's the initial ones that you use for installation. These right here, I believe, as I understand it, there is a right and a left one. I'm hoping that's a fairly obvious point, and so you get obviously two of those. And so we'll be doing the installation, but there's the components as they come in the package. This should be a very simple connection, and I'll let you see how it goes, and we'll see how it feels. They always say, or they say in their directions initially, which is, by the way, is only on the web, is to start by just putting these ones on your handlebars, and then after you get a feel for that, if you think you need more, then you start adding the additional spacers. So that's it. Let's take a look at how easy it is to install. Okay, so we're going to do this in kind of cramped quarters. It's raining out right now, so what you want to make sure is you got something to cover your tank, so as you take this off, as it goes forward, you don't scratch everything. You want to have some thread locker, blue. You want it to be removable. This is a 9/32 in order to go into the current bolts to hold this in. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove those. So on their video they told you to go ahead and put some of the blue blocker on the bolts as you're going, and then again I've gone ahead and I've loosened these nuts. They actually weren't, on their website they said they'd be in there pretty hard, but quite frankly they came out, they didn't take a lot of stress to get those out. Now with a little bit of pressure on them, I'm probably going to have to put the ratchet back on, but again, there, you want that there for that very reason. You can take these off. And you're not going to use these bolts again. Those are going to be gone. So you're not going to use those. It also talks about how on this piece here, you're no longer going to be worrying about that pin to line up. There's a little hole there for lining up. According to their directions, you're not going to need that anymore. So now it's a matter of making sure I line these up properly. So bear with me as I set these position, and then I'll come right back. The key to installing these risers properly is how they look from the side standpoint. They should be flat and even. If you'll notice, if you turn them the wrong way, see how they don't line up. So they got to be flat and even on this, and that's how I've got these both set up. So otherwise they don't give you any, there's nothing stamped on it like that. So that's how you position them, and then I'm going to put the handlebar back on and insert the bolts, and I'll pick up again. Okay, I put them on. I have not tightened it down fully because I just want to play with the position a little bit to see what I like. I think this height is going to be good for me, but I'm going to go ahead and play with the position, get it where I want it, and then I'm going to tighten it down. Then I'm going to start it and just make sure that where it comes into contact with my legs, if so, and just really confirm the positioning of it. But that's a fairly simple install. For these bolts, the replacement bolts, it is an 8mm. The original ones I used a 9/32, but technically it is a 7mm, but an 8mm for putting on the new replacement bolts. So the other thing you want to do is check to make sure that it's flat and that you can feel the bolts coming through the bottom. If they're not coming through the bottom, then you're not there. So you want to make sure that that's set as well. And again, Sling Mogs does have a good video on this that goes through it, but again, this is just another angle of it. So pretty simple to do. So let me get the position right, tighten it up, and then I'll come back one more time. Okay, so I've tightened them up good and snug, and then I've got on it. I've just tested to make sure, see where it goes. I'm real happy with the position with just the main space or main riser. I did not put any of the spacers on. I'm real happy with this. Before, when I would turn, I would basically hit my leg. Now I'm not. I'm also brought back a little bit farther. I was happy with the position of the handlebars before, but quite frankly, it brings me back just a little bit further and a little bit more comfortable. So I think it's accomplished a lot. When I tighten these, again, this is common sense for most everybody. When I tighten them, I would start here, go there, up, and I would just keep going across. And at the very end, I snugged them all one more time with that 8mm Allen head. So looks good, feels good, and I think that's the way to go. These weren't that expensive either. They were reasonable. I think $84 are on sale. I think it's normally like $84 or $89, so it's not like a big sale. But anyways, every little bit counts, and looks good. It's now black bolts instead of the chrome ones. Personally, I like a lot of chrome, but since I've got the dark version, it's probably better that I've got dark bolts. So that's it. Easy installation, 15 minutes at the most. Just make sure you cover your front with a good blanket, just so you don't damage it, because this does fall down when you take it off. So enjoy the ride. Thanks for watching.